Hey guys, so today we are going to react to all of the Marvel projects that came out this year in 2022. And there might be some spoilers, so if you haven't seen some of them, check out the description box below and use the timestamps to listen to the projects that you've seen and skip the ones that you haven't seen, of course. And also make sure to check out our reviews on the movies which we have done and our What is Wrong with Phase 4 video too, where we talked about quite a lot of these projects already. And I think we got up to Thor, Love and Thunder. So we've done quite a bit of analysis on them, I think it's fair to say. So the full list of the Marvel 2022 projects are Moon Knight, Morbius, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Miss Marvel, Thor, Love and Thunder, I Am Groot, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Werewolf by Night, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. And don't forget that the holiday special actually marks the end of phase 4. So we're now on to phase 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
That's
I didn't
so fast.
think of that.
So yeah, we're just going to crack on. But before we do, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the different projects. So start with Moon Knight. For me, I think this is the best overall MCU series that we've had. Like, I absolutely loved Mark and Steven. I loved Layla. I love the gods and the goddesses. I love the mythology side to it. It's very different from all of the other stuff that we've seen so far from Marvel. And I mean, the story was great, and it was a bit more violent. I mean, I would have liked it a bit more violent. I know it's weird me saying that, but you know, it was a bit more violent. So that was great to see. And the soundtrack, absolutely amazing too. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do next with Moon Knight going forwards, which would be really cool to see. Like, Midnight Suns, is that going to happen? We're going to get more of an interaction there, like maybe Mark and Steven with Werewolf by Night, like sort of like a clash sort of thing. Grace, what did you think?
Yeah, I really love Moon Knight. I think it's one of the best Marvel TV shows ever. Like, I like the action, the adventure, the story was great. The characters, I really like the characters, and I like how it's. I think it's out of all the projects this year, I think it really focused hard on the comics and like based from the Marvel comics. Just it was perfect. I think it was brilliant. Like the CGI in it, the cinematography, it was fantastic. I think it's definitely one of my favorites from this year. Definitely.
Ellie?
Hi. I agree. I think in comparison to what we've had already and like in recent like upcoming things anyways, it definitely brought back what we were missing from Marvel, if you know what I mean. And I feel like hopefully they start incorporating that into newer projects and we kind of get back the old Marvel that we loved back. It was just so different from what we've seen before and anything that I've really seen. So I was really happy with it. I think it might have been my favorite, and that's saying something from WandaVision.
Ooh. And on to Morbius. So yeah, I'm gonna make this brief because me and Grace did a whole big review on this. Ellie hasn't seen it, so
should I I'm gonna mute you.
Yeah, do that. So like, what were they thinking? It was absolutely awful. Like, you know what? The trailers were absolutely amazing. Like, I was really hyped for this. But then the movie was such a massive disappointment. There was a lack of plot, storyline, and it literally, like, when it started, it literally finished like straight away. I just don't understand how we can go from getting like the Venom franchise and the Spider-Man movies to something like this. Like, and I have got no hope for the future ones like Craven and Madam Web. Like, I'm sort of just dreading to see them now at this point. Yeah, Grace.
Yeah, I'm really worried for the upcoming Marvel films from Sony now, especially after Morbius. Like, they had a simple story, they had good characters, and they had not bad CGI, and yet it all crumbled down to pieces somehow. So yeah, my advice, just skip it. Skip watching the film. It's a waste of your money. Just read it on Wikipedia and maybe watch on YouTube and just watch the mid-credit scenes. I mean, that's more puzzling as well because they made no sense.
Absolutely. It's not worth it.
It was no, we're like, what the F? it's completely ridiculous.
Right, on to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So this was our first horror MCU movie. I enjoyed it. I especially love that we got to see the Illuminati and the Scarlet Witch. I feel like this movie would have been rubbish if she wasn't in there. She was like the main highlight, and she's what made it interesting. So was it really a Doctor Strange movie? I don't know. Was it more of a Wanda movie? Ellie, what do you think?
I mean, I'm not complaining about the fact that it was more of a Wonder movie than a Doctor Strange movie, but I mean, it was very good. It was really cool. I liked that we got to see this kind of other side to her character. She's gone more into like the darker version of it, which is what Elizabeth Olsen wanted anyways. So seeing that come true was a bit like, whoa, oh my god, okay, what is happening? I love the horror aspect to it because obviously I love horror films. So having that, I was just there like the thrill, amazing. Add Marvel into it, even better. So yes, if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it.
Right?
Yeah, definitely agree. I love horror, so I definitely like this film, and I love the horror elements in it. I like how they brought like Doctor Strange and Wanda together, like two powerful magical beings together. The Illuminati are my favorite parts because we get to see all our great like different Marvel characters, Black Bolt, Captain Marvel, Captain Carter.
Yeah.
And of course Mr. Fantastic, and not last but not least, Professor X. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I still couldn't believe it. And yeah, it was really great. Yeah, I also like Miss America because I think she's my favorite character as well.
Yeah.
And Wong, don't forget Wong.
Oh yeah. Wong has just gotten so good in this phase. Like
I
he's
love
become my
Wong.
absolute favorite again.
He's gonna appear everywhere now. I hear he's gonna be in Ant-Man 3 now.
Please, I would love that. I'd love seeing him just pop up. He pops up in such random places and then becomes like the main part of the movie. And I'm like, you know what, Wong? Yes, we love you.
Right, on to Miss Marvel. I was quite hesitant. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like this series, but I absolutely loved it. And I think this again is about the expectations very low, so I enjoyed it more. Seems to be a common trend. Yeah, it was great seeing a new character, Kamala, and her powers. Like they're very different, like from the sort of stuff that we've seen, and also this fact that it's different from the comics as well, slightly. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. My only thing with it was I didn't like that they made her into a mutant. Like I didn't understand why they had to do that. Like why couldn't she just be an Inhuman? Like, so are we ever going to see the Inhumans in the MCU again? Is my sort of question, because like, why did they do that? Like, I don't get that. Grace,
Yeah,
tell
I
us your
agree.
thoughts.
What I learned from her, like through the comic, I learned like I love her story. It's kind of like Peter Parker story, but like she's a young girl. She's a mother. She's trying to live through her life through her teenage stage, and she's got superpowers. I thought, oh my god, this is an amazing character, and getting to see on screen is pretty cool. I did have an issue with like the power switch, like because I thought, why change it? I mean, I get it, you're probably going to bring Mr. Fantastic, but still, it doesn't mean, because what's wrong with having two characters with similar powers? Not that her powers in the shows weren't cool, but I just felt like it's sort of like a betrayal in a way. And while the show was really good, I really enjoyed the show. I love the other characters. I love the storyline. I just felt like the final battle was a bit of just a little drop, because I was expecting like a very big fight as well in that. And again, the mutant thing. I mean, while I'm not unhappy with it, I'm just disappointed they didn't link it with the Inhumans, because I was really excited for that big Easter egg. It's definitely not the worst TV show. I say it was really good. Definitely recommended.
And Ellie?
I did have slight doubts to begin with. The trailer wasn't giving it what it gave, if that made sense. But I am very happy with the final execution of everything. It's definitely, I feel like they're bringing a lot of things that we haven't seen in Marvel before, and they're taking new swings on things, and I'm liking it. I feel like it's definitely a different approach to what they've usually done, and I think they're gonna attract a lot of a bigger crowd this way, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, we don't know, but right now it's seeming like it's going in the right direction, so we'll see where it goes from there.
Right, Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, there's a lot of people hating on this movie, and it isn't that bad, is what I'm gonna say. Like, I enjoyed, like, it was nice getting to see Jane again, and this time as the Mighty Thor, which was amazing. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much where it ends for me. I think it needed more butchering. I think we needed more screen time with gore. I mean, I was so excited to see gore, and I feel like we barely got to see any gore. Both types of gore, like gore and gore. There was too much comedy as well. Yeah, but saying that, the movie did have its hard-hitting moments, but I think it was a bit too much comedy. Like, we've lost Thor. Like, Thor is just not Thor anymore. He's a joke. Loads of people saying that, and I completely agree with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Grace?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they're sort of mocking the character now instead of like representing it from its origins in the comics. I'm glad we get to see Jane again, and I'm glad they brought up the issue about like surviving with cancer, because I thought with in these like new Marvel projects, they're bringing up a lot of like serious issues that people are dealing with, and I think that's good. Like, Jane is surviving cancer, and she's also a woman in science, she's also a badass warrior, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And definitely agree with Emily. I think we should have seen more gore, seen like I don't know, a little bit of violence. I mean, I know it's not appropriate for like kids, but like, I mean, it wouldn't be fine for like slicing heads or something. I don't know, but just saying. But yeah, I don't think it was that humorous the entire film. The most parts were funny, but I'd say some parts were emotional, and like seeing Jane and Thor together, especially that last part. But I am quite hyped to see what's that gonna take in the future in the MCU about Thor and love, or yeah, maybe we might see Jane again or other characters, hopefully.
Ellie?
I definitely don't think it deserves the hate that it's been getting.
Mm.
It was a new take on the characters that we've seen and stuff, and Thor has been kind of very much turned around from his original character design and like stuff like that. But also I saw this thing where it's basically it shows Thor's coping mechanism of grief. So like the comedy is how he's dealing with his grief, if that makes sense, because you know how people deal with it in different ways. And I'm looking at it from that concept made the film that bit better, because it was like, oh, it wasn't just like a comedic element and like everything needs to be funny and all this. It was kind of a way of portraying different types of grief and stuff like that, which I liked. I did like the different concepts that were in the film. There was a lot in there. It was very cool. Love the goats. The goats are great. But yeah, it would have been nice to see a bit more of the other characters that he'd obviously bonded with, because obviously he spent all that time with the Guardians, maybe a little bit more with him and the Guardians, a little bit more of Korg, because we love Korg, a little bit more of Valkyrie, just all those little different elements that could have been added in. But yeah, overall it was good fun.
Can I just say one more thing? I also felt like the ending was a bit pushed. Like he was kind of like forced to take care of this child, like not really his, but like, I mean, it's not actually his, but like, I don't know, I just felt a bit wrong. Like if he was going to take care of a child, maybe it should have been like his or Jade's, but not like taking the father.
Grace is still salty about this. I still remember the
sorry,
conversation we had after.
I don't know. I just felt a bit forced. That's
Is this a debate that we need to do? I feel like this is a debate that we could do.
Okay, we could do this after debating about the Sinister Six should have been in No Way Home. Just saying. Okay. I'm just saying.
Right, let's stop that and move on to Am Groot. It's something more better than I think every single thing we've just talked about. So it's Groot. I mean, I absolutely love Groot. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is like one of my favorite movies, so I was extremely excited seeing this, and it was just great seeing Groot get into trouble after seeing him in volume 2 and seeing the same old Groot, and I just love baby Groot. And I can't wait to see the remaining episodes when they come out. I'm not sure when, but yeah,
there's gonna be more.
Yep, another 5 more, I think.
I love that.
Ellie?
Very wholesome, very cute. I was very happy with this outcome. I feel like it was just that kind of little thing that we needed, just to, like, watch easy on the side. There's nothing like about it. It's just cute, very easy to watch. And I love Groot as a character, just in general. So seeing him have his whole little show and watching him grow and do all these little activities and everything, amazing.
Yeah, oh god, baby Groot, so adorable. I love like his little like adventures doing around, but at the same time there's a little dark comedy right in the end that you wouldn't expect, but it's just funny at the same time. Oh, I might rewatch them again because it just made me laugh all the time.
All right, on to She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I could, but I've already written my whole thoughts about this on our blog, so check that out. It's a very lengthy post on my feelings on the ending and just the whole thing. Like, yeah,
Brace
this yeah, it was the worst MCU show to date. Like, it was absolutely awful. The ending was terrible. I know loads of people love the ending. I'm one of those who hated it. I liked getting to see She-Hulk. Like, I feel like she's a really cool character and everything, but the best thing in the whole show were the cameos, which just says a lot. And everything else is just like meh, like why bother? Like, the best parts are just seeing these weird characters like just pop up, and seeing Wong as well and Abomination, and
Made the show.
exactly, it literally went nowhere. Like, I'm left feeling like the same about She-Hulk that I was feeling even before watching the show. Grace?
Yeah, I agree. Like in the beginning, I thought, oh no, this looks really cringy. And then after a few episodes, I thought, okay, it's not getting better, but it's going somewhere good. So it was okay. The cameos definitely Wong, Abomination, Hulk, and my favorite cameo is Daredevil. I'm like, oh my god, can't believe it. He's in the MCU finally. Well, I mean, we saw it in Spider-Man, but like his suit, if you get me. And I kind of like them as a couple, Jennifer and Matt. They're actually really cute. Oh, come on, Emily, you
I
must
like
be adorable.
Check
And
out
yes,
the blog.
and yeah, the ending was horrible. I'm not gonna swear, but like it was so bad. What were they thinking? Because I saw a resemblance of like that and like something they did with the comics about She-Hulk smashing through the pages or something. I don't know, but I thought, when have you ever followed exactly what the comics been doing? Just change it. They should have just like do something, do a final battle, do She-Hulk leading to something bigger, except they did this thing. And worse, like the ending as well, when we just find Hulk back again and he's got a son. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? When did that, like, when? Who? Oh, it's a very complex show, but it's definitely down the bottom. It shouldn't be, but sadly it is.
Ellie?
Yeah. It had so many little things in there that were like needed to be developed and they just left them.
Yeah.
Like a Hulk having a son in the last bit. Where the hell did that come from? What? You're gonna give me 5 seconds? I get cliffhangers, I get cutscenes, but 5 seconds of no information. Not the vibe. Didn't like the trailer to begin with. I was really against it. I didn't like how they were betraying her and all this. And then I started watching it. I was like, okay, it has potential. This could go somewhere, but it wasn't up there. You know, they had done all these amazing shows and then they done that. And I just felt like you had so much and you just didn't do it. It wasn't awful. There have been worse shows out there, and that just in general worse shows, not Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'd say watch it, but it's won't be like very high up there. Also, it cutting to the Disney Plus scene. I was doing work while watching this episode, and I was like, "What the hell has happened to my? Yes, what is going on?" And then she started speaking, and I was like, "Oh my god, my Disney Plus is broken." And then she cut through the wall, and I was like, "Okay, what is going on now? You have my full attention. I'm not doing work anymore. What is this?" Yeah, I get that she breaks through the comics a lot and it's like breaking the fourth wall, and maybe that might be introducing it a lot more into new Marvel things. They could be breaking the fourth wall a lot more. That was a lot of breaking the fourth wall. Like you broke through my iPad screen. Let's dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, Deadpool does it better. What I say.
True.
Right, Ellie, you're gonna have to mute us.
Oh, goodbye
Sorry.
for like 10 minutes now.
Pretty much. Right, moving on to Werewolf by Night. So again, check out the blog. I love this special presentation. I think this is something that Marvel needs to do more of. It was amazing, and I can't wait to see more of Elsa and Jack and pretty much the supernatural side of it. And like I was saying earlier on about Moon Knight, I'd love to see Ghost Rider, Jack, Black Knight, Blade, Moon Knight, like all of them coming together, and you know, that'd be like an epic movie, and that's what we need at this moment in time. Something, just a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it would be amazing.
I can imagine.
It'd be amazing. Grace?
Yeah, I could picture the Monster Squad MCU version. Yeah, I actually really liked it. I like the black and white version, how they did it, how they filmed it, and it was quite a very like 1950s like old filming style, like the costumes, the shots. It was really good. As a film student, I really admire that. I admire how they put all of this effort into it. It was really great, and it was worth it. I also like the cameo of like Man-Thing, because I heard he was coming in, but I was not expecting him in like because this is big, because I thought like this was just like some kind of rumor, but seeing him it's quite good, because this is something new, and well, it's like anything new. And yeah, the story was really good, and yeah, because I like horror, I like werewolf / like monster hunting stories, so yeah, definitely worth it.
And then on to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Mm.
So it was a great homage to Chadwick Boseman, and that was, I think, the number one thing this movie wanted to do. It was a great story, and for me, I know loads of people saying it was emotional. It was emotional, but it wasn't as emotional for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too thick-skinned, as Grace usually says, like not very emotional stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I
anymore.
love the character development, and the soundtrack. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty amazing. Grace?
Yeah, absolutely. This was like a sad letter to all of us about Chadwick's death, and it felt like we were getting closure from this film, and I did get closure from watching it. And again, the characters were great. I love how Shuri like became from princess to the Black Panther, and yeah, it was really great. Story was really interesting to watch. I like how they kind of updated like the fighting scenes and the CGI with like Wakanda versus like Namor and his people. Speaking of Namor, he's a very interesting villain, and I'm glad. I keep mentioning this again, like in some films that they keep killing off the villain too quickly at the end, and now they haven't killed him. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to be like in the future in the MCU. And also the mid credits, I'm still shocked. But I'm also pleased at the same time, because we got a son. Oh, he's got a child. Oh, I love it. I really love it. I don't know why, but I love those moments where like we thought we lost a character, but we actually see what they left behind, and it's actually going to grow. Like it's just so beautiful. And Emily, I remember you saying this in the review, and I quote, you said like it was good that they didn't recast Chadwick, but this was like kind of like the best version of recasting for the
perfect way of doing it.
Yeah, and you were right. It's the best way of doing it, and can't wait to see more Black Panther from both Shuri and T'Challa Jr. So yeah.
Yeah. And the last one, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and I've already told you I absolutely love Guardians of the Galaxy, so you know, I absolutely love this. This is the sort of thing that we need more of. And I love that we got to see a lot more of Drax and Mantis, which was lovely, because, you know, especially Mantis, because we saw her in Volume 2, but it was just a little bit. It wasn't that much. And we saw her in Infinity War and Endgame as well, but, you know.
Yeah.
And I love the twist also about Mantis being from Peter's brother. Like, I never saw that coming. Yeah. That was amazing. And I also love the fact that they used animation as well, like to tell the story of the past. That was really nice. Yeah. Getting to see Yondu again. Like, absolutely love Yondu. And all I'm going to say is I need an Easter one I need a Halloween one, and I need one like for every single like holiday sort of thing, like from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I need. Grace.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I kind of read the spoiler before the release, so I was like, what? I know, Twitter, right? Anyway, I thought, oh my God, how? And then when she started explaining that Ego could be a farmer, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I thought, oh my God, this is really sweet. Like, because they put more spotlight on her, and also with Drax as well, because I feel like Drax doesn't get much attention as he does in the films. Like, he's always fighting, he's always a bit humorous, but I feel like we get to see more of the friendship between these two. And then the ending, I really fell for like Mantis, because I saw her, she was crying while telling the truth, and I thought, and they were hugging, like she was hugging with Peter. I'm like, oh, like finally he's not alone, he's still got a family. I mean, he's always got a family with the Guardians, but like he's actually got like a blood family relative who he can relate to. It's sweet. I think the tiny like funniest or like favorite part was like Rocket getting Bucky's arm, because his reference from like Infinity War, I remember that, and I was like, wait, why? But I didn't really care at the time. I was like, yes, he's got the arm, but then Bucky has got no arm now. He's only got a right arm, I think. So yeah, actually, me and Emily have been discussing about that. Like, how did Nebula get the arm in the first place? But
yeah, apparently it's true. James Gunn has come out and he said that happened. It is canon. It is true.
Yeah, I think someone theorized that this, like, the reason why Bucky lost his arm is something to do with the Thunderbolt. So who knows?
Oh, interesting.
Maybe that will explain.
Right, now on to just 3 quick questions before we close our reaction, which is very sad because, but wait till next year for Marvel stuff. The first question, what was the best Marvel project from this year? And let's start with Ellie. What was the best?
Project in general?
Yep,
I think
from Marvel
I have to
this
say,
year.
what if I have to?
Just say it. Say all.
Series
I've got too many.
Moon Knight,
yeah,
and film Doctor Strange.
Grace?
I would say Moon Knight as well, and Wakanda Forever.
See, I've said Moon Knight, and then I've said Werewolf by Night, and then I said the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which of course but yeah, Moon Knight was just the best thing, I think, out of the whole 3 if I had to pick. And what was the worst Marvel project from this year, Grace?
Oh, I've got to admit, She-Hulk. Definitely She-Hulk.
Ellie?
I think I might have to agree with everything that we've had. It just didn't live up to the expectations of everything else.
That's another She-Hulk, and it's a She-Hulk from me too, and Morbius as well. Morbius was a big
of course, sorry, Morbius.
And what Marvel project are you most looking forward to next year, Grace?
Next year,
don't even know what there is, can't lie.
Have a quick look.
yeah, I think I'm most looking for Ant-Man 3, definitely.
Ooh, Loki season 2. Agatha. Oh my god, why have we got so many? Oh, okay, now I'm excited. I don't want to look on here and then it like give me things.
The Marvels, definitely, because I really liked I like Miss Marvel and I like Captain Marvel in the film, so it'd be very interesting what the trio are gonna do, including Monica as well. What, like, it's gonna have an adventure in space, since be really interesting.
Ellen?
I'm looking forward to Loki. I feel like that could be really cool from where we left off. Agatha, obviously, because that's gonna be amazing. And then maybe Ant-Man, from what I've only just seen, the few couple that I've seen. Ant-Man could be really cool.
I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, of course.
Oh yeah.
X-Men 97. I can't wait to see it revived again. That is coming
When
next
is that
year.
gonna be
Fingers
released?
crossed. I think late 2023. So got still a year to go. And Echo as
That's gone so fast. Oh, I just know. Oh, can't believe we're gonna get
and
it.
I can't wait to see Echo as well, just to see Echo, Kingpin, and Daredevil. The holy 3,
Thanks for watching and tuning in. Let us know what you're looking forward to next year and what your favourite projects were for this year. Do you agree with us? Are you against some of it? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and take a look at our other videos. We've done quite a few reviews like this before. So yes, see us in the next one, I guess. Bye.
Bye.